just kind of wrapping up. Just had some wings and some salad and stuff. And I wanted to share something with you. I was just checking out something on the feed, and many of you all know or you may not know because some of the footing will be coming out, the footage. We were in Nashville for a intense training, a speaker training, and then we had the Momentum Conference. Mark Cassetta was there. Douglas Anderson came through. Of course, our leaders and all the trainers who were there, from Mr. Brown and Mr. Alvarez, Mr. Meadows, and Ms. Dukes, Dr. Dukes, and several others, and myself. And so we were actually spotlighted. A few of us got on stage. We were acknowledged for our ranks. And apparently, you all, the session that I taught, I had two sessions. The first session was Sunday morning, and I led a devotional kind of worship service. That was amazing, okay? And that's not to offend anyone of your belief in your religious, status or whatnot. But a couple of us got together, about 60 of us. It was okay. And then that afternoon, I gave the lesson framework that I taught, Seek Framework, about how of what I use to hit the levels and ranks and, to have the level of success that I have as a leader in the company now. And so I'm getting a lot of feedback about it, y'all. I mean, a lot of good feedback that people said, man, I never heard it broken down so easy, so simple, on the whole process of building a team in the network marketing space. It's no matter what space. You could be corporate America. Y'all know how I teach. But it went so well that I'm considering teaching that secret framework. And I don't know if I'm going to do it on the YouTube yet. I don't know if I'm going to do a webinar. I could just do it live. But I need to hear from you all. How many of you all would like to learn something like that? So if you're in referral, direct sales, if you're in, any corporate America where you have to build a team and you oversee a team, you want that team to grow, especially if you're in the coaching field or you in the industry like that, because the same framework works to help others succeed and get the results that they want. And so it was called Leadership That Builds Leaders. And we broke it down, gave some real good examples of what happened to me, how we doubled in size, man, how we went from, 5 to 10 people, and then got to maybe 25 to 30, and then broke through the second rank, then got up to about 150. So, things is different on that level. You all know the business, especially when you got good quality people around you. And so if you are interested in something like that, then just leave a comment, say interested, Faye, and I'm going to put something together. But at the end of the day, y'all, I want y'all to understand something. When you have the zeal and you really want to do something in terms of, where's the chat? I don't see the chat. Somebody say something in the chat, please, so I can see what comments are. I guess no one has put nothing in there yet. Okay, I see a thumbs up. Okay, there it is. I appreciate you. Somebody said, yo. Yeah, man. Oh, and let me just say this right here. Forgive the test. I think I got it figured out. Excuse the background. But I think I have it figured out where I can be online, throw my slides up, go through my scenes, and do some real teaching and training for you guys, okay? But for right now, guys, when you are excited about something, you're passionate about something, here's one thing that I want you to understand that happens always. I'm going to give you this piece right here. Before you start anything, you have to believe in it, y'all. If you don't believe in the company, if you don't believe in the products, then I'm going to tell you right now, don't waste your time getting involved with it, because you won't see it through. All right, y'all, here come another bite. Y'all got y'all lunch?
Excuse me, sir. Let me be behind you.
Oh, she photo bombing me. Y'all see your photo bombing? She's slick famous now. Got a couple thousand people on here now. All right, so here's the thing, y'all. Y'all know favorite people person. But here's the thing. You got to have a strong belief in it. If you do not believe in the product, you don't believe in the leadership, then how can you really let it get inside? And let me explain something. What do I mean by that? So, let me say it like this. When I first joined the company, I actually came out of retirement because I was doing my coaching. Y'all know you've been following me. I still do my coaching and my mentorship. Our program is still up. But when I joined this most recent company opportunity, I said, okay. I joined it, checked it out. Saw some of the benefits, okay, especially when you talk about fintech, financial technology, tokenization, digital assets, you all, reward systems. It can change your life. But I was just in it. And then something said, you know what? You need to get to this particular event. I went to a few events, but this one was something special. I felt that something was going to change. And so I went out to an event, a 5-day event, you all, in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I met so many amazing people. Some of you all were saying, Doc Faye, we appreciate your videos on YouTube. We appreciate everything you're doing. I'm talking about, met some really nice and amazing people, man. You know, the one thing about network marketing and the industry that we're in, you all, of direct sales, it's not prejudice. Man, I met people all over the world, from Thailand, from Australia. You know, some came in from Cyprus. It was just amazing. And so we went through this training. And I'm going to tell you, when I left that training, that 5-day intense. Yes, I'll take one more round. Listen, you all. At that point, I was in the company. But after that training, the company was in me. Now, I believed in the industry. I believed in the individual who presented it to me, who shared it with me. But I didn't necessarily have that level of belief. And that's when it dawned on me that obviously events are important. But that's when I said, you know what? I'm glad this happened at the beginning, not 6, 7, 8 months down the line. Because since then, man, we've done some phenomenal pieces. We got testimonials, all type of stuff. I won't share it here. But if I redo this lesson for you all, I may. So what am I saying? When your belief is that strong and your passion kicks in, it's contagious, man. You don't know what I'm talking about. It's contagious. People can hear you talk about it, can see you talk about it, whatever you're talking about. And because your level of excitement, your level of engagement, man, is literally off the chain. So when that happened, my approach was different. I strategically started doing certain things. You know, I increased my activity. You know, all the things that it takes to be a success in any area of your life. If you really want to, you know, write a book, then you got to write something every day. You know, you got to take some quotes and think about it every day. You know, you want to start a business, you got to work at that thing every day for a certain amount of time to get it off the ground. And so today, you all, I think it's about belief. But most importantly, you all, if you all are in that industry and you want to hear that framework, excuse me, then I'm willing to put it up for y'all. I'm willing to do that. But I need to hear from you all. If I don't hear enough, then I'm going to assume that you all, well, I don't like to assume that, but I'll just take it at face value that it may not be a subject matter that you all are interested in. Which leads me to this point. If there is a subject matter that you are interested in, then just leave a comment down below. Now, you all know what we basically do here. Out of all the things and the descriptions that we used to put up, basically, you all, we talk about everything that deals with entrepreneurship, from leadership, from business opportunities, from cryptocurrency, XRP, Bitcoin. I put the video up about Michael Saylor, and I'll be doggone within a few days, the whole thing shot up from 60 something to almost 80,000. And a lot of people pulled out. Well, guess what? Your boy didn't. I didn't pull out. I stayed in that thing. I stayed in that thing. And XRP went up, Solana went up. I tell y'all. So that's what this is about. Believing in what you're doing, be passionate about it. And then once you begin to share, I'm gonna tell you, I used to say, we all were taught that, you be careful of strangers, basically. But today, at this age, y'all, I don't meet strangers. Hey, how you doing, Gigi? Good, good. I don't meet strangers, you all. I meet people, because I love people. I meet potential business partners, potential clients, potential associates. I don't meet strangers, because just like you all saw, we have an ability to just connect with people right where they are, man. And it's a beautiful thing, It's a beautiful thing. So you see the Monday night reports are coming back. For those of you who are in the company, that's coming back. We're going to be doing some things on Tuesday nights, different platform, and I'm going to be doing more of these luncheon lives with you all, because I really want to talk to you all. Y'all can throw a question out now if you want to. We can have a slick Q&A, but you got to get on live. So which means I need to establish a time that I'm going to do these. So I think what I'm going to do is establish the time of around, I want to say 11:15. If I do 11:15, maybe 11:30, 11:15, something up in that area, then we can plan it. And then you all can take your lunch breaks with me. Obviously, you watching the replay because it'll be up, it'll be up by then. But I'm more interested in getting a good time. So maybe that is a question. What is a good time that you all would want to go live, where you can actually go live, ask questions, so we can have some live Q&A sessions? See, that's what I'm interested in right there, for real. Some live Q&A sessions about what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the markets, what's going on in life, period, So we talk about entrepreneurship. Obviously, we're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about leadership. We're going to talk about sales, Remember, to me, when I wrote my dissertation, you all, it was a weird concept, and everybody was like, man, I don't know, Faye, but I stuck with it. And now I'm glad I did, because I looked at it as if it was Jesus the entrepreneur, right? And I had a notion that an entrepreneur is a person who takes something out of nothing to create something for the betterment of people. So I kind of redefined what entrepreneurship is. Just not about commodities and goods, but it's about the risk. It's about the brave heart that says, I'm going to create something that's going to help other people. I'm going to solve their solutions. I'm going to solve their problem. And people looked at me like I was crazy. What? Because they thought it was the money. That's not what it is, man. So when you have Silicon Valley individuals and you have tech that creates something, especially with these AI agents and all this, they're creating something that makes our lives easier. See, those, for me, that's the entrepreneurial spirit. And so now here, 4 or 5 years later, man, it's actually coming to pass, and I get to share the results that not only I've achieved, but those students of mine. My bad, guys. Somebody was bringing on some live students to share their testimonies with you all, because you need to hear it. I got several students. One started her own leadership institute, doing very well for her. Another one has went 6 figures and then positioned herself in the space in the company. Another one has written a book. Another one started a business. Man, it's just, some of them got raises on their job because they're in the industry. They just want to stay there. They were just looking for some strategies of how to, engage and just increase more at value in that area. Some people are just growing emotionally and mentally and spiritually. It's just a great overall piece, man, because we dare to redefine what an entrepreneur is. So it's sort of like Dave Ramsey dared to say entre-leader. You see what I'm saying? That's amazing. And so for me, even when COVID hit you all, A lot of pastors didn't make it through that because they didn't understand the spirit of entrepreneurship. They didn't understand it. And it is a biblical principle. You know, some of those men, when Jesus said, come follow me, some of those men were fishermen. They were artisans. You know, those were business. You know, and those were business people. How you doing? Those were business people, y'all. So, at the end of the day, that's just where my heart was with it. And I ended up writing it, and, you know, it went through, and we got our degree. So, end of the day, that's just a little bit about that. But, and I've got several books that I've written, you know, some new ones that's out too. I'll share some of those in the future. But at the end of the day, guys, you believe in what you're doing. Believe in it, and especially if you're in this industry. So as I wrap this up, obviously, if you all are interested in anything we're doing, you're interested in the, you know, what we're investing in now, the plays we're doing, what stocks getting ready to come out. If you're interested in any of that, you know, the Forex, you know, you're interested in earning rewards on a daily basis. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Well, this thing is serious. It's 11, 12 o'clock, and I get to live this type of lifestyle. So if you're interested in that, then just, you know, drop me a comment down there and say interested. And so that means I don't consider teaching that course in that class, but y'all gotta let me know. So that being said, it's Doc Favors, y'all. We'll see you next time.